Greetings from the old dog Zendo at Iron Mountain, and this episode of Digging Up the Dharma Dirt. Right now, it's a virtual Zendo that exists only online, but one day, not too distant future, it will be a physical reality. Meanwhile, we do the best we can. This time we'll take a look at a koan, case number 52 in the Blue Cliff record, Zhaozhou's Stone Bridge. The case reads, "A monk said to Zhaozhou, 'For a long time I have heard of the widely renowned stone bridge of Zhaozhou, but now that I've come here, I see just a simple log bridge.' Zhaozhou said, 'You just see the log bridge. You don't see the stone bridge.' The monk said, 'What is the stone bridge?' Zhaozhou said, 'It lets asses cross, it lets horses cross.' There is a stone bridge in the city of Zhaozhou, from which Zhaozhou took his name. It's known as an architectural wonder of ancient China. It's still there and still in use. Built at the end of the 6th century, it's the oldest existing stone bridge in the world. So even in the time of Zhaozhou, who lived from 778 to 897 of the Common Era, it was a venerable structure. So here is this monk, using the stone bridge as a metaphor for a venerable person, Zhaozhou himself. "For a long time I have heard of the widely renowned stone bridge of Zhaozhou, but now that I've come here, I see just a simple log bridge." Some commentators have come down rather hard on this monk. The kid is loaded for bear, carrying a load of Zen, ready for a face down with the master. But is that really justified? The monk says, "I've long heard of the stone bridge of Zhaozhou, but I only see a log bridge. I've long heard of the great master Zhaozhou, but now that I come here, I see only an old monk." He's being honest. Here's what I've heard about, and here's what I see. An old, dusty monk standing before me. What else is he supposed to see? If he went into a soliloquy about what a privilege it is to stand before the renowned master, blah, 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 how does that play? Is he supposed to go into raptures over his own concept of Zhaozhou derived from legend and hearsay? We are easily led astray by fabulous reputations, impressive credentials, or by elaborate costumes. But what do you get when you take all that away? When you meet the Buddha, you must kill the Buddha. You must let go of all of what Yasutani Roshi called powder and rouge ideas and expressions. The monk might even be paying Zhaozhou a great compliment. "I see just a simple log bridge. I see an ordinary person. A person who advances in the way is an ordinary person," says Dogen. It might seem that the log bridge is easy to see. I am a person, a man or woman. I am so many years old. I do such and such for a living. I'm married or not. I have this many children. I grew up here, went to school there, and on and on. You can all fill in the blanks. And all that is the log bridge. It will deteriorate, rot away over time. The Diamond Sutra says, "If one tries to see me through form and color, he's going the wrong way. He cannot see the Tathagata." Well, if you see form and color, you certainly are seeing something or someone. But is there anything prior to all that? What do you see before you at this moment? I mean literally. Look carefully. See clearly. What form, color, sound, feeling make up this exact moment? You don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to see or hear anything else. What else could there possibly be? Just see the log bridge. See what you see. See it without attachment. Don't construct an object or a person. One of the exercises in the practice of every minute Zen, developed by my teacher, Danon Henry, is to look carefully at everyone you meet. See them clearly. The trap one can fall into is the notion of seeing deeply into somebody. No, you don't. You see what you see in the moment. The moment you start thinking you see into someone, you're just creating a fiction. And that fiction can be damaging. Case 23 in the Blue Cliff Record reads, once when Bao Fu and Zhang Qing were wandering in the mountains, Bao Fu, pointing with his finger to the ground, said, "This is the summit of the mystic peak." Zhang Qing said, "Indeed it is, but alas." Later, a monk related this conversation to Jing Qing, who said, "But for Zhang Qing's remark, the fields would be littered with skulls." Yes, alas, how sad. Did Bao Fu really see a mystic peak? Or did he just see the dirt path, grass, and some rocks? What's the matter with dirt, grass, and rocks? To rhapsodize about the mystic peak, whatever that is to be caught in a ghost cave of imagination. Zhang Qing has to wake him up. Alas. Without that, alas, the great void would remain empty and non-functioning. A field of skulls indeed. Case 36 in the Blue Cliff Record reads, one day Zhang Sha went for a walk in the mountains. When he returned to the gate of the monastery, the head monk said, "Master, where have you been?" Zhang Sha said, "I have come from walking in the hills." The head monk asked, "Where did you go?" Zhang Sha said, "First I went pursuing the fragrant grasses, then I returned following the falling flowers." The head monk said, "You're full of the spring, aren't you?" Zhang Sha said, "It even surpasses the autumn dew dripping on the lotuses." Zhang Sha is completely immersed in the fragrant grasses, the falling flowers, the sun, the sky, the clouds, and the wind. And when the head monk twits him, "You are full of the spring," Zhang Sha says, "It even surpasses the autumn dew." Autumn is said to be the time of seeing the vast emptiness, the eighth ox-herding picture. Nothing stirs. Not even the awareness that nothing stirs. But you can't hang out there. That's keeping watch over a corpse. Right now, it's high summer. Hot during the day, but the nights are still cool. The mountain streams rush over their rocky beds. The Platte River flows past Confluence Park. The grasses up at Rocky Mountain Arsenal are turning their subtle colors of gold, red, even purple. Children play and get ready for school. The homeless still stand with their cardboard signs at the intersections along Colfax Avenue. All of these are temporary. They arise and they will pass away, even as the log bridge eventually deteriorates under rain, snow, heat, insects, wear and tear. Stone, at least in Buddhist iconography, is ancient beyond imagining, will outlive all, even the kalpa itself. You just see the log bridge. You don't see the stone bridge. Zhaozhou concurs completely. He creates no fiction. He accepts the monk completely, even as the ocean accepts a river that flows into it. No separation whatsoever. No judgment. No censure. You see what you see. Complete accord. But now the monk is free to ask the real question. What is the stone bridge? Is there something, a part of me that does not rot away? Is there something, some aspect of me that goes on forever? If you put it that way, the answer has to be no. Is there something that is beyond time, beyond space and thought, something that neither exists nor does not exist? What is the Zhaozhou beyond seeing, thinking, hearing? What is the Zhaozhou that was never born and does not die? This is a question we're all asking of ourselves. What is it that is completely free of the constraints of time, space, and karma? Zhaozhou said, it lets asses cross, it lets horses cross. It lets asses cross, it lets horses cross. The late Pat Hawke used to say that enlightenment is total acceptance of everything. The stone bridge is completely open. No barrier whatsoever, no judgment or opinion. The stone bridge is enlightenment itself. Zhaozhou is enlightenment itself, even as you and I. Zhaozhou realizes it fully and trusts it fully. We have to keep working to realize it and to trust it. It lets asses cross, it lets horses cross. Case number 9 in the Blue Cliff record. A monk asked Zhaozhou, "What is Zhaozhou?" Zhaozhou replied, "East gate, west gate, north gate, south gate." All the gates are wide open. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind. The open gates are Zhaozhou himself. Why? Because there is nothing else. That which enters is already your own self. Therefore, nothing enters. All is already you. Barriers, gates are illusions. All the sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and thoughts are none other than you yourself. There is nothing else. Zhaozhou's favorite quote from the verse on the faith mind is, "The great way is not difficult. It just avoids picking and choosing." One might say that the great way does not indulge in the illusion of picking and choosing. The verse goes on to say, "For as it is, whole and complete, this sense world is enlightenment." And it's not just the beautiful stuff, but all the little aches and pains we experience as we get older, all the disappointments and difficulties of this life, or just the hot cup of tea in your hand, the trees on the mountain at dawn. How do we arrive at the stone bridge? Study the log bridge. Open up to the log bridge and accept it completely. Study your life as it is in this very moment. See clearly each breath, each sensation, each sound, each thought as they arise and pass away. can anything so transient, so changeable, possibly have any fixed reality? When you realize the log bridge, you realize the stone bridge. All phenomena of time and space come forth as the living Dharma, the joyous intensity of the experience of everyday life. Continue your zazen always. That is your stone bridge. And log and stone are not separate. They are simply two ways of seeing the same great reality. But without that stone bridge, the log bridge remains unappreciated, not truly seen. Horses crossing are none other than Zhaozhou. Asses crossing are none other than Zhaozhou. You and I are the same. Horses, asses, men, women, children, priests, prostitutes, kings, saints, and sinners. Here's a capping verse. Bridge of log, bridge of stone. Water that flows beneath sees no difference. Together with all beings, we realize the way.